So I did my presentation on everything we must know about puberty. Females going through puberty will also begin to notice that their body is changing, such as their breasts and their hips. So their hips will start to widen and their breasts will increase in size, and the areola will also elevate. Menstruation begins, and it is usually irregular for the first few months, and it also means that at this point the female could get pregnant. They'll also start to notice hair growth under the arms, legs, and pubic area, and most girls will choose to shave this. So the vagina is always cleaning itself. So as you're going through puberty, you'll start to notice a yellow or white vaginal discharge on your underwear, which is completely normal. You'll also start to notice that your hands, legs, and arms will grow into the appropriate size for your body type. As a female's coming into puberty, they will also start to feel attracted towards boys and be curious about dating. And they'll start to notice things that they actually look for and like in a boy. So male puberty. Male puberty will usually start within 1 to 2 years after females. They will start to notice that their voice is deepening and will have squeaking in the voice at times until they reach the level of how deep the voice will actually be. Boys will also begin to grow fast once they hit their growth spurt. They'll start growing about 4 inches every year after the age 14, and they'll stop growing 3 to 6 years after that. They'll also notice that their testicles will grow to be bigger. So boys will also notice that they'll start getting facial hair, upper lip hair, cheeks, chin, and neck hair. This could start anywhere from like 11 years old to 17 years old. Some boys take up until the age of like 18 to get a good thick look. They'll also begin to produce more sweat and notice that their body odor is becoming stronger, especially under the arms. But of course, deodorant is always a fix. They'll also start to notice mood swings or depression. So the psychosocial consequences of puberty on females. So females are more prone to psychological problems during puberty. They'll report having eating problems because they are so insecure with the way their body has begun to look. And it also doesn't help if they are around girls who have not reached that stage yet. Girls who develop earlier are more likely to rebel and get caught up in drinking, drugs, and sex. And they'll also have problems with their fathers. Their fathers will become a little more hostile. It's just because of the way their little girl is changing. So, psychosocial consequences of puberty in boys. Um, Boys who mature early are more likely to get involved with drugs and alcohol usage. They're most likely to be depressed, and they'll also become hostile and they'll have anxiety. I found a couple of websites that did say that puberty had some effects on education, but they pretty much all said the same thing. So, they were saying that as kids reach puberty, they start to think that they're grown and they don't have to listen to what anyone says. So they'll start to have arguments with their teachers. They won't care what their teachers have to say and they just won't listen. They'll also get distracted with the changes and that the fact that they're interested in other stuff, that they won't really worry about studying or getting their work done. So sexuality and puberty. So early on, at about age 10, children hitting puberty will feel sexual attraction for the first time. It has been reported that children starting at age 9 reported being aroused. 78% of students have admitted to masturbating before age 13. So they did a survey with college students, and yes, 78% of them admitted that before the age of 13, they were already masturbating. So sex education is very important, I would say, especially because, girls will start pretty early, so it's being taught in elementary schools. That way, students are aware before puberty starts what they are to be expecting. And they'll also be taught to refuse sexual activity, which is really good because at that age, you don't really know much.